is there a need, or which clearly is there a need to redefine the Zambian work culture? And if you could just give some examples, of how we can redefine. I mean, you've talked about stealing, dishonesty, people not caring when you work in a shop or any workplace. They would rather be chatting on their phones, and then when they are done, that's when they attend to. So you actually be waiting at the front desk. Yeah. So is there a need to redefine the Zambian work culture?
Yeah. I think the need cannot be overstated.
Right.
The problem that is there is just how you do it. And that is, I think, beginning to get clearer and clearer that it's not as easy. But I think that one of the key ingredients in redefining culture, work culture in this case, is to have honest and credible examples.
Okay.
I think for far too long, at least in our short history as a country, the people who one might call make it in life are not necessarily the one who put in a hard day's work, an honest day's work. And so gradually people begin to think that it doesn't pay to work hard. Right. You need to take some shortcuts in order to make it. But if you, of course, by the grace of God, you happen to have good leaders and they're giving you the sort of example that you can see that there's a link between working hard and meeting your aspirations, that helps. But this is a Christian broadcast, let me speak to my brothers and sisters in the Lord.
Right.
And I think that we, as a people of God who understand the scriptures, must live out the scriptures.
Right.
We must be able to make a difference. We are not the majority, but we must be known for the values that the Bible seeks to inculcate in us. That we must be people who are going about busy, not being busybodies,
right,
which is condemned in the scriptures. We must go about our work with honesty and integrity, that we are not looking over our shoulders.
Absolutely.
If somebody has entrusted something to you, they can go to sleep knowing that you will do it diligently. You are not going to cut corners. I was very surprised that at some point some contractor put up a building and one of the sockets didn't even have conduits. So when people were, switching on, but there was nothing to switch on because they were cutting corners. They didn't want to put in here. We must be the sort of people that people can say, okay, when you ask the gentleman to do it, he will do it. If he has difficulties, he will come back to you, he will discuss with you, but he will not steal from you. And I think that if there is a critical number of believers who demonstrate integrity, we can influence our society. The Lord Jesus said we must be the salt.
Right.
And we must not hide our light under a bushel, but it must shine. Those metaphors are given to demonstrate to us that it's important for us to ensure that the good that God has invested in us by bringing us to his Son, Jesus Christ, is being demonstrated in the workplace.
Right.
People must be able to say, if that one is around, you know what? I must sit on my desk and do the job. Our lives must speak that way.
Right.
But essentially, and here maybe I'm overstretching the point, I think that Zambia needs a revival.
Okay.
And from what we've read in church history, revivals change countries. And yes, talking has some value, but only up to a certain point. But we must be praying for our country, that the Lord would visit us and change our country. certainly the levels in which the country in which we are living today. No, I mean, the filth, the dirt, the disorderliness in our society is not something we should condone. And we should pray that the Lord would visit us. Perhaps I'm overstretching it, but I just thought maybe it's not connected to work itself, but it's important.